Hello everyone, Solius the Black here with a quick Dwarf Fortress tutorial. In my Let's Play someone asked what is happening at that point, and what happened on that point was that I used a Dwarf Fortress macro. Now these macros are really powerful, they allow you to do lots of things that are rather repeatable in a very quick manner. And I'm going to show you how this is done. You can use a macro for practically everything, but they are more suitable for specific stuff. For example, if you have a default layout for your bedrooms, like I do, you can do a recording of a macro and then afterwards play them. Now I'm going to first play it and then I'm going to show you how you record it. So to play a macro you do Ctrl plus L and then you select the macro that you want. In this case it would be the bedroom 3x3 stair. Top left of stair is start. This is a rather verbose name, but there is a good reason for that. So let's imagine that you have 3x3 stairs, which is what I like to do. The Y, like this. The blinking 4 you can ignore, it's the priority system of DFHack. So you put yourself on mine, and then as you saw it was the top left of stairs is start. I put my cursor on the top left, make sure that I'm on dig, and I press play. And the bedrooms are all there. Now if I were to have put H first, as I did now to channel, and I would press play, it's completely channeled out, which is not what we need here. So I'm just going to redig it. I'm probably going to remove it afterwards as well to make it clean again, because this is my non-let's play world and I would like to keep playing on it without it having been destroyed by demos. So on to how to record one. Let's go down a Z level. To record one, you first put yourself on the point where you want to start recording. For example, if I want to record my bedroom macro, I don't want to specify the action itself. I don't want to specify that I want to dig. I just want to have the movements. So I do D, and I make sure that I am on mine, and then I press Ctrl R. Then you just do the actions that you want. For example, I want a 2 wide hallway, and then in the center of it I want to do something like this. I have not thought about what I was going to do, so it's just some ugly demoing. And then you go back to the starting point, which is pretty important, just so that you can remind yourself on where you were. Now I hope that I started top left, we'll see. And then you press Ctrl R again. You press Ctrl S, macro for tutorial, and I'm going to take it 1 because I might make other macros. You press on enter and it's already loaded as the next one to do, so you don't have to press Ctrl L, but you can. And then you can see it, macro for tutorial _1. You go to the next spot that you would want it. I'm going to put it staggered, and you just do Ctrl P again. And you see, just like that, it's there. If I now put it here, you can see that this one was not thought about at all. It's really ugly, but that doesn't matter for demo purposes. So I'm going to remove all this. The second type of macro that you might want to make, and this one might serve, is a macro where you build furniture. So you put BU, no, not BU, B, for example. I'm going to put it straight to bed, and either you wait for all your furniture to exist before you do the planning, or you specify in the macro already Shift P, because I think it's always puts it off again, that you want planning mode, and then you can just say, oops, and I made a mistake. I wasn't on the right spot to start recording. So I'm going to stop my recording, escape, press B again, make sure that my cursor is in the right spot, press Ctrl R. Planning mode is apparently kept, so that's something that you need to do before you play your macro, and then you can just say you can't stop with this one. You just need to remember that you need to put your macro on the next spot next time you press play. Maybe press escape in the macro, outside the macro, it doesn't really matter. And then you press B again, and P. And he only did 2, even though my planning mode is on, which is weird. Doesn't it work? Huh. For some reason it only does 2. That might actually be a bug. Let's try again. So we do Ctrl R, bed, 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 Ctrl R, Ctrl P. Ladies and gentlemen, I think there is a bug in Dwarf Fortress. Big surprise. Because this should just work. I'm going to have a quick cleanup. Of course you can do a cleanup as well. It's X to remove building. So you could make a macro where you do X, 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 Ctrl R, and then just P, and it will do it the right way. I made a mistake in recording with switching to the next room, but as you see, you don't have to even save your macros to do the work that you want done. Now I hope that this was somewhat clarifying. I'm going to close this one because there is something else that I want to show you concerning macros. If you really want to, and I have done it in the past, if you go in the folder structure of Dwarf Fortress, there is somewhere, I'm going to have to look, it's not world based, raw, you can always find it in on the wiki where the macros are supposed to be stored. It's in init, in macros. Here you can see the different ones. This is also the place where you would delete a macro. But let's open it for now, so that we can show you what it looks like. And this is a complete macro. Now I have to say, most of the things that are in here are too much. Dwarf Fortress has a really naive macro recording system where it just records any given key bound action to the key that you press. So for example, this one is one group, it's the first group, but that one is a bit complex. When we do this one, you have cursor down fast and A move S up. I don't know what that one does, because cursor down fast is just shift arrow down, and you would probably be able to remove this one. Again, here that's probably escape or something like that, or enter. It's probably enter, being it select. All the rest of that can probably be removed, and then you would just have a small block that says select. Oops. Standard scroll right, like that, like that, like that, and that would be the first few actions where you press enter, go right one, go shift down 1 and then press enter again. That's the same macro, it's just a lot cleaner to read. But if you're not working with macros in another tool, like I tried to do once, create a tool that would write macros for me, then it doesn't really matter. So that's all, folks. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!